Oh, hello. I'm late starting today. It's 12 o'clock. I've already done the second-hand shop run with Simon. Just come back and had a sandwich. I'm just watching a white butterfly in the garden. Edward's down here. Alfie's down here as well. And I'm off swimming with Alex in Barnsley. I've got to set off in about 15 minutes. I don't really want to go, but Alex does, so yeah. The idea of swimming in a pool like that with, you know, slides and rides and all of that, and like loads of kids because it's the school holidays and it's a Sunday, it's not attracting me whatsoever. Didn't buy anything though at the second-hand shops this morning. Didn't buy anything at all. I'm just feeling tired today, I think. I did the Pontefract market yesterday and it rained until about 2 o'clock. It rained like the whole day, pretty much, that I was there for about, and it didn't rain for about an hour. But I did okay financially, it was alright. And people are getting to know me a little bit now in Pontefract, so they're coming back to see me. So I quite enjoyed that. Yeah. Right, we're here in the car park and it looks silly busy. But hopefully both pools will be open, so we'll get to go in the sort of normal pool rather than the pool with the slides and everything else. So we're back in the car park, in the car. I shouldn't have moaned this morning. I do really enjoy swimming. I get a lot out of it. It's really good for my health, you know, physically and mentally. It's just the thought of there being lots of kids and families and stuff and not being able to swim. But as it turns out, we got our own little lane for a while, and it was quite nice. I enjoyed myself. My hair's nice and flat now because it's still wet. I've not pulled my fringe down, I best add. And I think we're going to go to McDonald's on the way back to drop Alex off because Alex hasn't eaten enough today. What are we having? Chicken mayo? Probably chicken mayo. Not for me. I might just have strawberry lemonade. Quite like that. So I'm back and I'm gonna make some dinner. Now I know you're like, yeah, but it's Sunday, it's Chinese. Well, no, Liz is away. Liz is in Hornsey. She stays with a friend in Hornsey every so often. And she's not back till Tuesday, so we actually had Chinese last night. So I've just got in, I've been and got some pasta because I realised we didn't have any. So I'm making sort of a pasta bake. So we're having a sort of pasta bake. Simon's having bacon. I'm probably just going to have a little bit of cheese. I have got halloumi as well, so what I tend to do is cut the halloumi up into really small chunks, almost like it's sort of pieces of chicken, if you like, and that's what I'm having. Oh, I've got a nice bit of red Leicester to put on the top to melt onto it, so that's what I'm making. What are you barking at? He's had his hair cut, let me get him for you. So the little lad has had his hair done. He went to the groomers on Friday, so he's all pretty now. You alright? Thank you. Look how massive he is now. Look at the size of him. He's massive. I'm making pasta. So I'm definitely no chef. What's he on? I'm definitely no chef, but I've got smoky bacon this time. So it's got a nice crispy sort of smoky bacon. Well, that's the plan anyway, I'll show you. So I cut the halloumi up into small pieces like that. I'm going to use a little bit of soy sauce and also garlic granules. Over here we've got the smoky bacon and a bit of pasta. What are you barking at? No idea what he's barking at. I'm going to give the halloumi a little bit of colour as well with a tiny bit of soy sauce. I'm using Blue Dragon light soy sauce. There's only a little bit left, but I've got some dark soy sauce in the fridge. So I'm using just a tiny amount, just to colour it, and it gives it a bit more flavour. I haven't got any fresh garlic today, so I've used the garlic granules. Oh, Oh, and while I remember the whole butter debate, I'm sticking to butter then, because you guys said margarine's horrible, don't do it, you may as well have butter, but just use it sparingly. Now, I don't have that many sandwiches and bread. I try and avoid bread if I can. I try and do wraps and things like that. So I don't tend to have that much butter anyway. So yeah, so I'm sticking with a layer pack instead of trying margarine or oils or whatever. So there we go, there's Simon. So he has halloumi and bacon, pasta with tomato puree and a touch of red Leicester cheese on the top. Mine is without the bacon and less cheese and a smaller portion, but I'm always rubbish at making pasta. I always make way too much. So that's a massive portion for Simon, so I hope he can eat it all. So while I was out, I've had some orders, which is great. I love businesses that run online while you're not even there, although I have put a lot of work in to get to that point. So a selenite charging plate, but selenite is great in its own right anyway. Also a Crystal for Beginners book and Hidden Realms tarot set, which is a really beautiful set. So that will be on its way to you soon. I'm going to be wrapping them this evening. They'll get posted tomorrow, Monday, so you'll probably get them by Wednesday, depending on the Royal Mail, but fingers crossed. So I've wrapped the orders, it's all up there sorted. It's now 10 to 8, and I've just been doing a bit of admin, editing this vlog indeed, waiting for the last bit to be added, and I'm really annoyed, or as some would say on TikTok, I'm fuming. So I've just had an email that came up as a payment that's been taken by a company who I signed up with for podcasts 2 years ago. Now, I signed up for a free option that allowed me to put a certain amount of podcasts on their site, which would then go on to Spotify and elsewhere, because I started a podcast. Now, it didn't really work out for me. I didn't know what to put on the podcast. But anyway, the point is I stopped using it about 6 months later and changed the account to a free account. So at least that, because I did make a payment right at the beginning for like a monthly thing, but I changed it to a free account. I know I did that because I wasn't using it anymore, but I wanted people to still be able to see the podcasts that I'd done if they were interested. Anyway, I've just received an invoice today, well, not even an invoice, a payment information saying that they've taken $108 for an annual subscription on Podbean, which I've never signed up for. So I looked into my account to have a look. My bank details are on there, my card details, but there's no way of taking them off. It says update your card details, but it doesn't give you the option of removing them so they can't see them. What? And it turns out that they took an amount last year as well, in October, for £63 for an annual, I don't know why I'm doing that, an annual membership. Why would you pay annually if you just paid 63 in October and you're paying another 108 in, what are we now, August? How does that work out? So I'm really not happy. So I've just written an email to say, look, I didn't sign up for any of this. This is literally, no, this is not correct. That's like $170, which works out about 130 quid. I don't think so. That's totally not something I would have signed up for. I'm very business organised, and I wouldn't have signed up for that. So, oh, hang on. I'm getting some stuff come through. Oh, hang on, it says, hang on. It says, thank you for reaching out. We see that you have upgraded to the Unlimited Auto Annual Plan in 2022. No, I didn't. and there's no record that the account was cancelled or downgraded to the free plan. As long as the account is not cancelled, we have nothing to indicate to us that you do not wish to renew. Blah de blah de blah. Did you mean you want to cancel your plan, downgrade back to the free plan, or get a refund? I clearly said in my email I want a refund because I never signed up for any of this stuff. So I'm going to have to reply again now. So I will inform you of how it goes. So I've gone into my account for Podbean, sorry, and removed all of the podcasts and all of the media to ensure that there's absolutely nothing on there that I can be charged for. Because this email is basically saying that you have to have under a certain amount of audio within your account to make it a free account, which is not something that I was ever told when I downgraded it. I downgraded it like 6 months after I started. Anyway, someone's replied so quickly, so I've replied back. And apparently I will, if I don't have a certain amount of audio on the account, which I've never been told about, they'll give me a refund within 7 days, of like a 7-day grace or something of a renewal. So I'm gonna get the money back for this 108, but not until the 12th of August, so I've got to wait 6 days, which is always the case, isn't it? I was watching a lady on TikTok, I think it was last night, I was just flicking through, and she bought something from Argos, and straight away after purchasing it, she got an email to say that it had been cancelled because that item wasn't going to be available until a certain date, and they said that they couldn't give her the money back until 7 days, and that's all the money she had. So she's like, I can't now get the battery that I ordered because you've taken my money and you're not going to give me it back in 7 days. So she went into Argos, and after being on the phone for hours, and they all said they can't help her. It's all to do with banks, apparently, that they can issue the refund, but it sort of goes through a banking system, so we don't get it until like 7 days later. How is that fair? Who is it that's holding on to this money in the period of time when, you know, a refund's supposed to be made, and it's like 7 days later that we get it? Because this isn't in all shops, you know. I've done things in stores where it's been cancelled for whatever reason, and it's come back within a few days. You know, say if you take some clothing back, and they say we'll put the money back on your card, that'll be like 2 days later. So why is this like a 7 days thing? For Argos, for one, and also for this Podbean. So I'm irritated by it. It's just like, that's 130 quid of my hard-earned money that you've taken for something that I've never signed up for. And I'm also frustrated that you can't remove your bank details. It doesn't let you. It lets you update them, but it doesn't let you delete them, which I think is out of order. So anyway, I've sent the email back saying, right, I've removed all the audio. Feel free to, you know, take it down to a free one so I can have a refund, please. But that doesn't get me anywhere with the last October one that they charged me for, that I wasn't aware of until today. I've discovered it and gone, hang on, they took £63 in October as well, or $63. That, it's, oh. So I'm just going to point this out to everybody. Go check your bank accounts. Go into your, you know, online statement or whatever, and double check you're not paying for crap that you know you're not supposed to be, because these companies are very sneaky, and they can start taking money out of your account willy-nilly for something you may have signed up for ages ago and thought that you cancelled. So it's definitely worth. It's something that I used to do regularly anyway. I'd sort of go into my account every so many months and check, you know, this is for this, this is for that, you know, what's this just hidden amount bit of money coming. So yeah, it's worth checking. Go in, and you're in every right to cancel your direct debits if you don't know what it's for. And then if it is something important, you'll get a letter to tell you, and you can always sign up for it again. But yeah, don't be paying for stuff that you never signed up for. Anyway, rant over. That's me for today. It's about 8 o'clock now, so I'm going to sign off, edit this vlog. This week I'm teaching Monday, Thursday, I can't see Alex on Wednesday because Alex is doing a course at the moment for like 5 weeks. And Tuesday is Crystals and Crystal Live. I should have a couple of deliveries coming this week. Deliveries. And next weekend I've got 2 craft fairs on Saturday and Sunday. So I'll see you Wednesday. Bye, loves.